Today we're going to do a flip through of these 3 workbooks for writing. Writing Trails in American History, the Spectrum Writing Workbook, and then Writing Fabulous Sentences and Paragraphs from Evan Moor. Thank you so much to the individuals who asked me to do this video. I really hope that it's helpful. Writing Trails in American History does just that. It practices writing based on American history. And for each of the various time periods within American history, you will be able to do writing exercises up through World War II. And what this provides is information regarding the topic. So for example, here's your example regarding the Mayflower. Each sentence is numbered, and then they want you to read the story and create a new title. You have vocabulary, synonyms, and then you do your outline, and then finally you write a new story based on that information. So they have information on Paul Revere, the War for Independence, then the Declaration of Independence. Now, every few lessons, they will have cursive practice so that you can practice your copy work. They do give you a checklist to focus on as well: title, indentation, spelling, punctuation, neat handwriting, and then obviously putting your name and date on it. They have the Constitution, Lewis and Clark Expedition, War of 1812. Every one of these is set up the same. You have the information that you're going to read, you work on a new title, your vocabulary, the thesaurus lookup, so your synonyms, outlining, and then doing your own writing. Here is cursive practice for the Star-Spangled Banner, the Oregon Trail, War Between the States, Gettysburg Address, again, is your cursive practice, famous inventors. And so this is set up the same way throughout. It is very familiar if you work with IEW. It is the same concept of giving a student what they need to write about and then helping them rewrite it. Writing Trails in American History goes up through World War II. The Spectrum Writing Workbook for Grade 4 focuses on writing a story and writing to inform, writing an opinion, using the writing process, and then also has a writer's handbook. Within each chapter, they take it step by step. So for example, chapter 2, which is why and how do we inform? It gives you information about why you would inform and then an example. And next you have your features of informational writing, and then you start with your exercises. This one is about transition words, then working on making an announcement, writing a friendly letter, discussing a biography, and then working to write when you have your pre-write and then your writing process for writing a biography. And then obviously the end of your writing process is to publish. We talk about Venn diagrams and comparing. When you're comparing things to how they are alike and different, so this talks about ER versus more, then comparing more and more than two. So this is EST versus best. Next is working with those comparisons. Then we have organizations, cause and effect, different categories. So this focuses on grouping. Why do we explain? Why we are writing instructions, finding the main idea. So you can see this is a colorful workbook that has space to write in it, as well as a very short introduction for each of the various topics. Speaking of topics, what is a topic sentence? How to stay on topic. Writing a paragraph, when you need to add pictures, and then working on your report. Evan Moor's Writing Fabulous Sentences and Paragraphs. This is for grades 4 through 6. It talks about combining, organizing, and expanding. The contents of this include sentences, paragraphs, paragraph forms, organizing information into paragraphs. You get into information about sentences. So we're talking about what makes a sentence. Can you find what is a sentence versus what is a fragment? What is the predicate of a sentence? We talk about subjects and predicates. We go into different kinds of sentences. Next is combining your sentences. So how can you combine sentences? And then you have practice on compound sentences and complex sentences. Beginning sentences with a clause, then using descriptive details. Why details help writing sentences, and then more on writing descriptive details. Using figurative language. Part of that is similes, metaphors, personification, alliteration, then recognizing main ideas as well as the supporting details. So how to find the main idea, how to find the supporting detail, what doesn't belong, now what's writing those supporting details and how to do that, writing topic sentences and putting it all together. Using forms to organize writing. So how do we organize it? Then you have practice on writing your how-to paragraph, a narrative form, a compare-contrast form, descriptive forms, persuasive, definition paragraph forms, learning that paragraphs are important, so unorganized versus organized paragraphs. And then we have how to organize sentences to tell your story. Planning paragraphs using a web and exercises for web usage. How to be a note taker. Or using an outline to plan multiple paragraphs. For some of these exercises, there is an answer key in the back. I hope this has been helpful. If you would like more information on writing supplement workbooks, please click this photo.